Hi all, welcome back to our channel again. Today we're going to practice the TfL SERU Section 1. If you still haven't watched the TfL SERU Section 1, please go to our channel and watch them to be confident about your ability to face to this exercise successfully. Download our TfL SERU exam preparation app and quickly pass the exam. This exercise consists of simple multiple-choice questions, short passage, multiple-choice questions, and fill-in-the-blank questions with answers. This is the lesson content. At the end of this exercise, you will get a better understanding about the important aspect of TfL SERU Section 1. Therefore, please watch the video until the end to make sure that you will never miss out any important parts of the video. Before we start, please subscribe to my channel to get an instant notification once I upload a new video. Without talking more, let's move on to the exercise. Quiz 1, Licensing Requirements. Let's begin this part. Question 1. What's the minimum age to get a TfL Private Hire license? You are given 4 options: 18, 20, 25, 21. The correct answer is 21. Question 2. What is the maximum age you can be to get a TfL Private Hire license? Given answers are 60, 65, 70. There is no upper age limit. The correct answer is there is no upper age limit. Question 3. How many years must you have held your driving license to get a TfL Private Hire license? Which is the correct answer? 5, 3, 2. The correct answer is 3. Question 4. What kind of criminal background check do you need to pass to get a TfL Private Hire license? Options are a basic DBS check, an enhanced DBS check by any provider, an enhanced check by a TfL authorized DBS provider. The correct answer is an enhanced check by a TfL authorized DBS provider. Now we're going to practice fill-in-the-blank questions. In these type questions, you have to complete a passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box before moving on to the next question. Let's get started. Question 5. To work as a local PHV driver, you will need to be licensed by TfL. Only then can you carry out private hire for a London private hire operator that is also licensed by TfL. Question 6. You must have the right to live and work in the UK. If there are restrictions on a driver's right to live and work in the UK, TfL will add an appropriate condition on the license. Question 7. You must be a fit and proper person to hold a license. You will need to have an enhanced criminal records check done by the disclosure and barring service DBS. Question 8. To get a license, you will need to take a separate test to check your ability to select and plan a route, read a map, and identify locations. Question 9. You must have a full DVLA, Northern Ireland, European Union or European Economic Area state driving license that is at least 3 years old. Please read the following information carefully and answer the question below. You will need to take a separate test to check your ability to select and plan a route, read a map, and identify locations. The test is held in a center approved by TfL and conducted under exam conditions by a TfL examiner. This test is known as a topographical skills assessment. Question: which of the following statements is correct? Option 1, the topographical skills assessment is done on pen and paper. Option 2, the topographical skills assessment tests your ability to use S8 navs. Option 3, the topographical skills assessment is conducted by a TfL examiner. Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is the topographical skills assessment is conducted by a TfL examiner. Please read the following information carefully and answer the question below. You will need to prove that you have at least a B1 level of ability in the English language. B1 is a level of English in the Common European Framework of Reference for Languages, CEFR. To prove your English language speaking and listening skills, you will need to take a test. The test is held in a TfL building and conducted under exam conditions. Your English language reading and writing skills will be derived from the Safety, Equality, and Regulatory Understanding Assessment. Question: which of the following statements is correct? There are 3 options. Option 1. You will need to take a B1 English test to prove your reading and writing skills. Option 2. The test to prove your B1 level of ability in English will be held in a TfL building. Option 3. The Safety, Equality, and Regulatory Understanding assessment tests your speaking and listening skills. The correct answer is option 2. The test to prove your B1 level of ability in English will be held in a TfL building. Quiz 2. Private hire driver's license. Let's practice simple multiple choice questions and answers also in this quiz. Question 1. How will you know that your PHV driver application has been approved? Option 1. TfL will call you. Option 2. TfL will send a letter to the address on your driver's license. Option 3. TfL will only email you. Option 4. TfL will send a letter to your current address. There are 2 correct answers. Those are: TfL will send a letter to the address on your driver's license. TfL will send a letter to your current address. Question 2. Where should you store your TfL private license? Let's think the answer. Keep it in your glove compartment at all times. Keep it with you whenever you are working. Keep it at home in a safe place. The correct answer is keep it at home in a safe place. Question 3. If a police officer or TfL authorized officer asks to see your license, you must present it there and then or show it within. You have multiple choices as 7 days, 24 hours, 48 hours. The correct answer is 7 days. Please complete the following passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box before moving on to the next question. Question 4. The letter that comes with your PHV driver's license contains important information about your responsibilities as a London PHV driver, including any conditions you must meet. Question 5. As soon as you are licensed, It is important that you keep in contact with TfL and to respond to any letters, emails, or other forms of communication. Question 6. Your license may have some conditions attached to it. For example, if you have a medical condition, you may be required to have extra medical checks. Question 7. If a police officer or TfL authorized officer asks to see your license, you must let them see it there and then, or with a maximum of 7 days. Here you have to select 2 answers from the list. Question 1. Which of these pieces of information does your PHV driver's badge contains? Select 2 answers. Options are your photo, your name, your date of birth, the correct answer are your photo and your name. Question 2. Which information does your operator provide passengers that they can check against your PHV driver's badge? Select 2 answers. Your name, your vehicle registration, your PHV license number, your photograph. The correct answers are your name and your photograph. Now let's move on to fill in the blank questions under PHV driver's badge. Let's look at this question. Please complete the following passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box. Question 3. Your PHV driver's badge displays your name, photograph, license, number, and date your license period ends. Question 4. If a passenger asks for your license number, you should let them see your badge so that they can write the number down. Remember to put unused words into the red box. If not, you will lose marks. Now we have come to question 5. Drag and drop the correct words. The PHV badge includes text in Braille, which means a vision, impaired person, can you, that you are licensed. Question 6. Remember that PHV driver's badge is for you to use only. You must not allow any other person to use it to carry out bookings. Question 7. Which actions should you take if your PHV driver's badge is stolen? You have to select 2 answers from the given list. Report it to TfL and the police, report it to the police, obtain a crime reference number, report it to your operator. The correct answers are report it to TfL and the police, obtain a crime reference number. Quiz I4, Medical Conditions. Question 1. What medical standards must you meet to be licensed as a TfL PHV driver? Here are the 3 options. DVLA Group 2 Medical Standards, DVLA Group 4 Medical Standards, EU Group 2 Medical Standards. The correct answer is DVLA Group 2 Medical Standards. Question 2. Which of the following may mean you are exempt from providing a medical form for your PHV driver application? Select 2 answers. You have a current London taxi driver license. You have a full DVLA Group 3 license already. You have a full or provisional DVLA Group 2 license already. You have any pilot's license? Correct two answers are: you have a current London taxi driver license. You have a full or provisional DVLA Group 2 license already. Now we have come to the third question. What should you do if you develop a new medical condition that may affect your ability to drive? Option 1. You should report it to your GP. Option 2. You should let TfL know only when your PHV renewal is due. Option 3. Nothing. Option 4. You should tell TfL immediately. Last one is the correct answer. You should tell TfL immediately. Question 4. A driver should tell TfL immediately if they develop which of the following medical conditions? Select two answers. Let's check out available answers: irritable bowel syndrome, influenza, diabetes, epilepsy. Diabetes and epilepsy are the correct answers for this. In question 5, you need to complete the following passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box. In most cases, you will need to have an examination with someone, that is a doctor, who has access to your full medical records. Question 6. You may be exempt from supplying a medical form if you have a valid current pilot license issued by the Joint Aviation Authorities. When it comes to the 7th question, you will be able to select and drag the correct words if you follow previous exercises correctly. TfL will remind you when a medical examination is due and send you the form you need. Quiz V. Change of address and circumstances. Question 1. What changes to personal circumstances must be reported to TfL? Select two answers. Let's see the available answers. If you have broken the law and have been disqualified from driving. If you are the subject of a mental health order or sexual offences order. If you have applied for a PHV license with another authority. If you've applied to become a HGV driver. For this question, first two statements are the correct answers. Question 2. Please complete the following passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box before moving on to the next question. It is important that TfL has your correct home address and email address so that you can be contacted with any information about your license. Question 3. You should also tell us about any changes to your email address or telephone number. Remember to put unused words into the red box. If not, you will lose marks. Now we are in the 4th question of Quiz 5. As a licensed or London PHV driver, you must tell TfL immediately if your personal circumstances change. Here we are in the Quiz VIs, convictions, PCNs, and right to work. Please read the following information carefully and answer the question below. If there are restrictions on a driver's right to live and work in the UK, TfL will add an appropriate condition on the license. If you are in this situation, you should make sure comply with these conditions and make sure you have a continuing right to work. In particular, if you are in the UK on a student visa, you will only be allowed to work for a limited number of hours each week, and you will not be allowed to be self-employed. Question: which of the following statements is correct? Statement 1. You cannot get a PHV driver's license on a student visa. Statement 2. You can get a PHV driver's license on a student visa and work limited hours as self-employed. Statement 3. You can get a PHV driver's license on a student visa and be employed, working limited hours per week. Statement 4. You can only be self-employed as a PHV driver. The correct answer is Statement 3. You can get a PHV driver's license on a student visa and be employed, working limited hours per week. Question 2. How soon must you inform TfL if you get arrested, convicted, or cautioned? Immediately, within 24 hours, within days, within 14 days. The answer is, you must inform TfL immediately. Question 3. Under which circumstances should you inform TfL if you get a fixed penalty notice? Option 1. Never. TfL are not concerned with fixed penalty notices. Option 2. If the fixed penalty notice results in a fine. Option 3. If the fixed penalty notice results in penalty points. If the fixed penalty notice results in penalty points. The correct answer is, if the fixed penalty notice results in penalty points. Question 4. Please complete the following passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box before moving on to the next question. If you fail to tell TfL about any convictions, you could have your license revoked. Question 5. As we practice, we have to drag the correct words from the list we have. Let's see how we do it. In particular, if you are in the UK on a student visa, you will only be allowed to work for a limited number of hours each week, and you will not be allowed to be self-employed. Quiz 7. Complaints, licensing action, and DBS. Question 1. What happens when TfL receives a complaint made against you or becomes aware of any behavior that is not satisfactory? Options are as below. TfL will write to you to inform you of their decision. TfL will write to you and ask for your comments. TfL will send an authorized officer to collect your license. TfL will contact your operator to ask for their comments. The correct one is, TfL will write to you and ask for your comments. Question 2. What will happen if your PHV driver's license has been revoked or suspended and you do not return it to TfL? Let's see the given answers. There is no need to return your PHV driver's license to TfL. You will be arrested. DVLA will revoke your driving license. TfL may send an authorized officer to take it off you. The correct answer is, TfL may send an authorized officer to take it off you. Question 3. What things does the DBS check show? Select 3 answers. Let's read the given answers before select the correct answers. Any convictions, cautions, reprimands, and final warnings you may have. Your insurance claims history. Local police information relevant to you working as a PHV driver. If you are on the list of people who are prevented from working with vulnerable groups. Your employment history. Three answers we should pick up are any convictions, cautions, reprimands, and final warnings you may have. Local police information relevant to you working as a PHV driver. If you are on the list of people who are prevented from working with vulnerable groups. Question 4. Please complete the following passage by selecting a word or phrase and dragging it into the space in the sentence. Any unused words must be dragged into the red box before moving on to the next question. If for any reason your license is revoked, you must return your license to TfL within 7 days. Question 5. If TfL receives a complaint about you or becomes aware of any behavior that is not satisfactory, TfL may write to you with the details and ask for your comments. Sixth question. If your PHV driver's license is suspended or revoked and you are the owner of a licensed private hire vehicle, TfL may take the decision to revoke the vehicle license as well. Now we have come to end of the session. I hope you have learnt the most important lessons worth to you for your examination. On next time, we will meet again with a new video. Until then, you have a wonderful week ahead. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Thank for watching.